English language arts teacher at Sandy Grove Middle School. Her principal, Dr. Baldwin, shared that it is a great honor to have Ms. Cherney on the Panthers team, and she is truly a teacher leader who goes above and beyond for her students and colleagues. Please join me in congratulating Ms. Andrea Cherney for this month's cherished pick.
Thank you so much.
I'd like to present to you the certificate. It is my honor. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
And it pretty much says everything I just said. Also, you're gonna get a $250
All right.
check. You can spend it however you want, okay? I already paid the taxes on it. Thank you. All right. I would like to open it up to my colleagues. I know that tell you what, being an active board requires a lot of commitment from all of our colleagues. We have so many events, especially as it goes towards the end of the school year. And I can only attend so many events as well as my colleagues. So if you want to share, I would like to start with Ms. Catherine Blue. If you have anything that none of the other board members that attended that you'd like to share, or anything that you want to share.
I had an opportunity with Dr. Callis McCray to attend Westfield Elementary School's pre-K graduation. It was so nice. The kids were excited. It was put together by Grace pre-K team. So that's one of the events we went to. And then we also went to softball.
We had our softball team hosted the first round of the state playoffs.
So we won. And that game. So I was excited to be there. And,
Thank you.
Our men's volleyball team also hosted the first round of their state playoffs and won as well. And let's see, the band had a great concert. I think a couple of board members were there. They did a great job. It was at Turlington. It was wonderful. And also a shout out to Sandhook Early College who had their scholarship banquet. I believe they said they gave out, they had earned more than $4 million in scholarships.
Awesome. Yes.
I had the opportunity to go to the same event as with Sandhook Early College, and those kids, I tell you, they won so much money. It was up to like, I think 4 or 5 of them won like $250,000 in scholarships, and I thought that was such a blessing that our county was able to give out that amount of money to kids, you know, to just further their career, their education. $4 million, that says a lot for Hope County, and I believe it's gonna grow. We'll be able to help many, many more students. But my highlight is coming up. I'm gonna have a grandson that's gonna graduate. And then I have one that's in kindergarten. He's gonna be promoted to first grade at Don C. So I'm excited about that. So I just look forward to many great things happening in Hope County.
I went to the same events with Catherine and she said that, so I'm good.
Okay. Okay, and the other thing that I would like to share is we're doing a lot of stuff, and obviously with the help of Dr. Spell's staff, we're able to do even more things. As you already know, we have this on Facebook, on the official Hook Schools Facebook, and also the website. We are needing all hands on deck as far as we need to update a specific amount of policies that involve discipline and behavior issues with students. And so I think we just went through the first set, and then we got a second set going on right now. So if you want to help us out, by all means, go over to the Facebook page and share that. We need your help. When I got first here, obviously we all, my colleagues, they all had the same comments from parents, discipline and behavior issues. Now here is the opportunity for everybody to get involved and provide feedback, and then we'll look at the feedback and modify these policies accordingly. If you have a Facebook page, I don't think we have an Instagram. I don't know if we do. If we do, I didn't know about it. But I mean, help us, improve these policies. There's not that many policies, I think like 22 policies, I think. And so if we can get your support to get this thing done, we're gonna be in a better, situation. Parents, if you're listening, right now is your opportunity, to help us out, with this. And, that's all we have. Anybody else have anything before we move on to the next item? Good. The next item is the superintendent's report.
All right. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
A lot of great events going on, but our Super Bowls are coming up. I like to call them that. Tomorrow night, we have our San Hope Early College graduation. It'll be 6 p.m. at Raz Archery Stadium. And then on the 29th, we have Hope County High School graduation, 6 p.m. Raz Archery Stadium. The 29th, we also have East Hope at 10:30 a.m. in the gymnasium. And on the 27th at 2 p.m., we have Sandy Grove Middle. And on the 29th, we have West Hope Middle at 9 a.m. So it's on Facebook and it's also online, and I gave board members a copy of all the graduations to make sure everybody knows about those. Big item we have coming up, I just found out today, so I'm letting everybody know. Next Wednesday at 1 o'clock, our team will present the budget to the county commissioners on May 20th, 1 p.m. Got the call today and we'll be ready to rock and roll. So we're very excited to get that done. So a lot of things going on. There's 2 sports that the North Carolina High School Association is going to be recognizing. And Ms. Covington, can you share those with us?
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Mr. Chair, board members, Superintendent, Dr. Spells. On last week, the state went into a 2-day conversation, board meeting for the North Carolina High School Athletic Association. And the outcome of those hours of meeting turns out that we are now sanctioning boys volleyball and girls flag football. So those 2 sports are now sanctioned. What the difference is, I know we've had a second year with our boys volleyball team. What that sanctioning means is that now they can be recognized by the state of North Carolina High School Athletic Association, and they can compete for a state recognized championship.
So that's big news.
That's huge. That's huge news
Major
across the
news.
state.
Major news. Major news.
So, Mr. Covington will be gauging interest in girls flag football.
Yeah, I've already did surveys. I've already talked to several teachers that want to be on board. We actually went around to the middle schools today introducing our current coaches, and got interrupted at, we were at East Hope and West Hope today. We're doing Sandy Grove next week, and already the kids know the information. The young lady said, "You didn't introduce us to the girls flag football coach." And I said, we're still in that process, and got the same type of comment from the other middle schools. So it's definitely a big buzz right now. The NFL is pumping a whole lot of grants into it. They're really pushing it with their Heads Up football program from the youth, and it kind of develops into this girls flag football. We were at the last Friday, the girls softball team was in the state playoffs in the second round up in Charlotte, and behind us was a girls flag football tournament.
Wow.
And with that being said, it was very exciting. So what they're doing now is they're working on the rules and the logistics of how many, the limitations of how many games, when can the season start. That information is not out yet, but I'm, got my ear to it. We're getting ready to develop if we need to make that decision to move forward in Hope County.
So it's gonna start in the middle school?
No, ma'am, but the middle schools have heard about it.
Yeah.
If we wrote it out, because this is also like boys volleyball and flag football, they're really low cost startup. They don't wear a lot of equipment. The equipment that we have, like for example, when we launched boys volleyball last year, we already had the nets. There's the same balls as the girls play with. The flag football is very similar. What we do is the dimensions of the field are different, but when it comes to the flags and the kits, those things are not that expensive. And maybe some jerseys. I've already talked with Dr. Owens in student support. She actually was a part of a grant or something earlier, APIN, that we already have some of the flag football kits along with that shape, North Carolina shape initiative that our PE teachers were part of. They also have us some equipment already. So it would probably be a very, we'd probably be paying for transportation and probably efficient. So it'd be a very low cost intervention if we would that way.
And tell them about the grant too, Carolina Panthers.
Well, I don't know the amount of, but the Carolina Panthers they're really pushing it for North Carolina. They want we're the next state to go because the other states, I think the same week, New York went, and the New York Giants, you know, when they all trying to compete and we want to outdo this other state and we want to outdo this other team. So the Carolina Panthers are really backing it. You know, they're in close communication with the North Carolina High School Athletic Association. They want to see this really grow.
So these two sports have been sanctioned, so that means that we pretty much got doors open now for other grants and stuff like that for these two sports. So I'm kind of curious, how are we gonna recruit the rugby team club girls into because that was the biggest thing. They didn't have a rough sport, so I'm curious, are they gonna funnel into the other side?
I tell you what we'll do is like every other, we put out the interest and we have tryouts. The sports are slightly different. I'm smiling at that because if you said that in front of our rugby coach, he'd be like, no, we didn't take him to my sport. But for lack of better words, what we would do is we would do tryouts just like every other sport. At this point, the conversation has been about where is it gonna be in the year. And it's looking like it's gonna be in the fall. So we already had conversation of what is that impact gonna make on volleyball? What is that impact gonna make on cross country? Because those are the female sports that are going on during that same time of year. So, but I know the girls are interested. We were, we didn't have enough information to start this current year, but I get stopped probably once a week by a young lady that says, "Hey, Mr. Cummings, I thought we was doing this girl football thing. Where is it at? Where is that?" So they want to do it. I know that much.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Any more questions?
And the last thing I had, I was with Dr. Owens today, and we were at a pinning ceremony for our nurses' aides.
Yes, that's correct.
And we had about 15 to 20
Yes, sir.
that graduated today.
Yes.
So it was a very, very good ceremony.
That's good.
And they were very happy. They were very excited about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
No.
All right, the next item is the spotlight on success, Iris Pierce.
Dr. Owens?
Mr. Chair, Madam Vice Chair, Mr. Superintendent, and members of the board, good evening.
Good evening.
I am delighted this evening to introduce to some, but mainly to present Mrs. Iris Pierce, who is our Polk County Schools School Liaison Officer with Fort Bragg. This evening, I personally, and I know many of my colleagues, we have some mixed emotions. But tonight, we want to say to you, Mrs. Pierce, congratulations on an incredible 20 years with Hope County Schools as our school liaison officer. During these 20 years, Iris has shared various resources, meeting the needs of our military students and our military parents. She's navigated change, the various landscapes that we've experienced with policies throughout the years. And so Iris, you served 2 decades or more here. So it has been more than a job. It's a legacy that you leave tonight with us as Hope County employees and staff and students. You have helped to shape the minds, mentor peers, and you have left an unwaverable mark on our school system. So we are a little bit sad, but we are also happy to see you step into that well-deserved next chapter of your life. And I know that Mr. Pierce is excited about that as well. So we want to say thank you for your patience, thank you for your wisdom, and your unwavering dedication to our students at large, but specifically to our military students and their families. Over the course of the years, and you can see on the slide presentation, these are programs that IRIS has brought to Hope County schools. Our APEN program, the DODEO grants, and Dr. Ramsher and many of us have been involved in that. And I know that it has been several $1 million that has come right here to Hope County schools. Our Impact Aid, and you've assisted Marcia and Walina with that to ensure that our military families are getting those forms in. Our Military One Source, which is a agency that has so many resources that our counselors and social workers have utilized over the years. And lastly, but really not lastly, our military youth counselors that's in the system, and they serve our school as well. So all of these activities, and as you know, we were named a Purple Star District. Much of that is contributed to you, ensuring that we have what we need and our military families have what they need. So on tonight, Mr. Superintendent. Yes.
We want to present you with this award for your 20 years of service and dedication to Hope County schools.
Thank you.
Let's get Mr. Pierce up so we can get the picture taken.
Okay, Mr. Pierce, come on.
That's nice.
I just want to thank everybody here in the room. Some of you all I've been known for over 20 years. Some of you all have very, very cherished memories. Well, not only was I employed, I got 35 years of federal service, and it's time for me to go on a new journey, but I'm still going to be embedded in the community. I started off not as a school liaison officer. I started off as a military spouse parent in Hope County. Our children all graduated from Hope County High School. So when we got orders to come to Fort Bragg, we found Hope County, and that's where we landed, in Hope County. And we were able to make those connections and just get integrated in the community through the school system. So that's how important the school system is. So, and we loved it so much. And when I got the job as a school liaison officer, it really made it easier because I already knew a lot of you anyway. And it just made it so easy for me to do my job. And I look at Rachel's mentor. My daughter was a teacher at West Hope Elementary School. And Ms. Hammond, Dr. Hammond now, she has been her mentor, and she took her on in a tough time of her life, is, transitioning from a military kid to, adulthood. So you all are doing some great things, and I don't want to go on and on, but I appreciate everybody. I thank my husband so much for supporting me and always being there for me. And I'm just a phone call away. Just thank y'all so much for what y'all do. Thank you.
If I can, for just a second, I have to interject something. I met Ms. Iris Pierce just the other day. She just started talking to me like she knew who I was, and I was, the whole time she's talking to me, I'm like confused. I'm like, who is this lady? Then I turn around to Dr. Owens, I said, who is this lady? And then she told me, oh, she's so. I said, where's she been all the time? and then I asked her, where you been all the time? I said, I've been very busy. Thank you very much. Fantastic job. The next item is Sandy Grove Middle School athletic team.
That'll be Mrs. Covington and Dr. Bowden.
Right. Back again, this is large group, lots of celebration going on in athletics, and it starts at our feeder programs for Hope County High School, which is one of our middle schools, Sandy Grove Middle School. So we're gonna bring them because the group is, yes, sir. Since the group is so large, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do one team at a time. And if you guys, they say going in. But I'm gonna do my research because it all just happened. The final game was yesterday. To have one school be so dominant in multiple sports, like this is not something unheard of. So this school year, Sandy Grove has won 4 championships. And we have three of these teams here tonight. We've already recognized the first one earlier in the year, but these.
It's fine.
You count the golf.
Oh, we didn't know.
Golf is 6. Okay. Well, tonight, we're gonna recognize the 3 from the spring sports. They played in 4 spring championships this year and won 3 of them. And we're gonna start with, and I'm gonna turn it over to the coach and Dr. Bowden, but this is the Sandy Grove Middle School's boys track team.
Okay.
Thank you, board and board chair, superintendent. I'm very proud of all our athletes there. I think it's really good for our district to win championships. I think it attracts students, makes them want to stay. It's one of the things we kind of thought about, and I'm fortunate enough to be at a place where we have some good coaches for spring, and they've done an excellent job. So I'm going to ask Coach Woodson to come up. She's also my athletic director, and let her take it from there and talk about her boys track team.
Good evening, everyone. I am Coach Woodson. Along with me, I have Coach Sellers, Coach Redmond, and Coach Harris. So not only did our boys win the conference, but they went on a little bit further than that. They came in second place at the Kathy McMillan Night Under the Lights Invitational. They came in first place at the Bear Invitational, that was after that. And out of the 1,686 middle schools here in the state of North Carolina, they qualified and went and competed in the All-State Middle School Championship that was in Concord, North Carolina. So they have done a magnificent job. So a couple of our athletes that we have Corey McReynolds. He competed in the 300-meter hurdles at the state championship, first time ever doing it, and placed very well. He's also the number 1 long jumper, number 1, number 2 in the conference. Yeah, number 1 in the conference. We have Jonathan Bullock, who also competed in 300-meter hurdles, first time out the gate, because that's not a race that middle schoolers typically run in, but they place very well. He's also part of our 4x1, 4x2 team, one of our top 200 runners that are on the team. We have Xander Redmond, who is also part of the 4x1 team. He's a 100 runner. And we have Cadence McReynolds, and he is did he finish number 2 in the conference? Number 2 in the conference in discus by throwing a distance of, what was it?
105.
105 feet. We have London Sellers, who was one of our 800-meter runners, as well as one of our long jumpers. And we have Aiden Holloway, who was one of our distance runners. So they have done a magnificent job. And here we have Aiden's mother and his little brother.
Okay, so we're gonna congratulate this team. Give them another hand for this group. We're gonna have you guys leave out this door. We're gonna bring in the next group. We're gonna keep them rolling.
thought Coach Harris was an athlete.
I'm small but mighty, sir.
This is our girls softball team. They went undefeated, won the conference championship. We're proud of them. They had one game that kind of scared me a little bit, and they got a little bit behind. But it was a very impressive comeback. It showed the kind of tenacity that they had, and they did an absolutely outstanding job. Great bunch of kids, not just on the diamond, but they're also a great bunch of kids in school. So it's a really good team, coached very well by Coach Ransom, and I'll let her come up and talk about her team.
So as Dr. Bowden said, our conference champs for this year, 10-0, they put in a lot of work. And again, on and off the field, probably some of the highest GPAs you'll see in the school. We have a lot of kids with the Math 1, we have some straight A students, and a lot of hard workers. We had a good group of 6th graders come in, and we got a great group of 8th graders that are leaving, but they're leaving behind a good legacy for these girls to fill in. My 8th graders not only were great leaders off the field, but also in the classroom. I didn't have any behavioral issues the whole time. None of my girls were ISS or suspended. We won't play that, do we? We run as a team, we win as a team, we lose as a team, we are a team, inside and out. And they understood that mission, and it showed with their 10-0. So I appreciate them. I appreciate my parents for trusting them with me. And Coach Justin, he's been my assistant coach the last 2 years. Definitely gonna miss my 8th graders. We'll see them again. They're gonna be at Hope High, starting varsity, speaking it into existence, okay? And then we'll be back here next year to see y'all too, because the girls that's left behind are ready to step up.
Okay, awesome.
Also, my 2 captains, the last 2 years in a row, voted by their teammates.
I don't have to go back over to the podium. I can stand right here. But just definitely a great group of young ladies. We spent a whole lot of time in this tournament time over at Sandy Grove, me and the high school coaches. We just stood on the fence, we just writing down numbers, and is that one in 8th grade? We were ready for y'all to come to the high school. Trust me. You know, we were talking about that the other day, and I know you guys met Coach Glass, and we actually came out to support at the championship game. We took the high school team cut their practice short. They came on out to support. But we're really proud of you guys and look forward to you guys coming on over to Hope High, keeping it going. And 6th and 7th graders, keep it going at Sandy Grove. Once again, congratulations.
It's her birthday.
Happy birthday.
We beat everybody, sir. Everybody. Everybody. Some of them twice.
I like that.
If you want one, let me know.
I do.
Now your mama girl. That's go all the way around. That's good. That's good. Scoop in tight.
This is our football team, as I would say, if I was still in Germany. This is our boys soccer team. They have done, very, very well. And they played against some teams that, Rockingham is one of them, that has their own little club that they play in the off season, and we still beat them. They went undefeated. Excellent job. I still got more. I'm sorry.
Come on in, parents. So this is a proud night. Come on in. We'll make room for you. Come on in. I don't want y'all to miss anything. Parents are a large part of what we do.
That's right, that's right.
They can't make it to practice, we can't play.
That's right.
Yes. I don't want y'all to miss anything. Cool.
You know, and our soccer program's not been bad. You know, the girls' soccer team played for the championship. So we're almost there with them as well. I'm very proud of the athletes that we have at Sandy Grove Middle. They have played hard, they've worked hard. They set a standard that we're gonna keep up. And I'm just very proud of them. I can't really say too much. I couldn't say too much about them. They really have done an excellent job, and the coaches have done a magnificent job. And I don't see where's Coach. Oh, you got mixed in the crowd. Come on up and talk about your team, Coach Matthews. Come on. I lost you.
You know, I can't.
I guess you're gonna make Coach Sellers talk.
Quite a few of these young men here, I've coached for 3 years at least, right? And most of the children. And Coach Sellers just joined with me this year, which has been an amazing addition to our group here. I can't say nothing enough about these boys. They have been amazing. They have been locked in from the very, very beginning, and I get like goosebumps, like they're amazing. So we also have a Aaron's got a jersey. Yeah. So this was Edwin's jersey. I don't know if you guys remember Edwin. He's passed away 2 years ago. But in memory of him, we've always worn a band, with his name, and we wrote Edwin on it and his number, and we've always hung that this season. So just in memory of him,
It was just an amazing season. The boys, they accepted every challenge we put out there. The 8th graders were really locked in as leaders. The 7th graders, 6th graders, they fell right in behind, and it was just I'd call it it was a perfect season, but to me, it honestly was a perfect season.
Parliament captains really stepped up. So I'm really proud of you boys, all of you.
Share almost the same thing. You guys were outside waiting to come in, but you guys saw me at the game yesterday taking pictures, and I told you the high school coaches were right there on the fence again. Really excited about the talent that's coming up. Talent that's coming up to Hope County High School. We want to keep those traditions going. 7th and 6th graders, just keep it going. You have some great coaches, great administration, and then great parent support. So a lot of parents at games. We can't do it without the parents. Absolutely appreciate you. And Big Brother, even though he was talking to my coach for a little bit. But the community is so tight knit, that I know Coach McDavid knows some of these boys already, because some of them came out to the summer workouts, and the summer program is so important. That's why we're able to do things over the summer, just building connections. He's like, oh, well, this kid is this kid is that. He's gonna be here this year. This kid's 7th grade. The high school coach already knows who they were. Of course, that's a parent right now, but he's one of our assistant coaches at the high school that just really marries this community piece together. That's what it's all about. So, one thing I would always say when I go to the different middle schools is, you just won the Sandy Grove Championship this year, but then you're gonna merge with East Hope and West Hope, and we're gonna build a super team for Hope County High School. So we're really excited about what's going on, and I think that's all I have. I'm gonna talk y'all to death, and we're gonna come out here and take a picture. So congratulations.
One quick thing. I listened to people in the stand. They were amazed at Aaron at goalie. He made some unbelievable. I've never seen a middle school play at that level at goalie. I've seen maybe some college players at that level. He is absolutely remarkable, and I want to give him some praise at this time because he did an unbelievable job. He's one of the main reasons they won yesterday.
I would
Just
also like to
remarkable.
add to that, he wasn't even there at our first game. He didn't try out with all of us. He was the newcomer coming in, and we needed a goalie. And this boy right here has like superseded all of us. So he's been amazing. Addition to our team. So.
I'm gonna take a group picture. You guys will come around this way.
Good job. Thanks, parents, for sharing your kids with us. Thank you, appreciate it.
All right, next item on the agenda is the public comment.
Right, members of the public are invited to speak during the public comment portion of the board's regularly scheduled monthly board meeting. A sign-up sheet is made available prior to the start of the board meeting. Only individuals or groups who have signed up are permitted to speak, and comments are limited to 3 minutes. Board members do not respond to or address speakers' comments. Comments regarding particular individual employees, student records, or other matters which are required to be kept confidential may not be discussed in this open forum setting. We do not have any public comments today.
Thank you. All right, moving along, the next topic is consent agenda. Can I get we agree to do them all at the same time, or is it?
Sir, man, was we supposed to sign in, we want to comment?
That's correct.
Matt,
They didn't get a chance to.
I would like to suspend that rule for this occasion and moving forward, and especially if they can justify they did not know. We did start kind of late, so it was pretty very intense meetings that we had. So I would like to have all the board members to agree with me. I don't think we need to get a vote for this, but do we agree that we should allow this young man to speak?
I'm in favor of anybody that didn't have a chance to sign.
Okay, do we have anybody else that was scheduled to want to speak and somehow we missed the vote on it?
Yeah,
All right, if you can go ahead and sign your name on the sheet, and first come, first serve. If you can give that sign sheet back to the lawyer.
Yes, sir.
It's okay. Are you this person?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, can you give me your first and last name?
All right, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. All right, so just as a reminder, comments regarding, board members do not respond to or address speakers' comments. Comments regarding particular individual employees, student records, or other matters which are required to be kept confidential may not be discussed in this open forum setting. All comments must be respectful and civil per ordinary rules of order and decorum. And speaking is limited to 3 minutes, so I'll be the timekeeper for that. And the first person that we have is Lauren Esslinger, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Hi, my name is Lauren Esslinger. I'm a recent graduate of NC and I recently did my internship with the Cooperative Extension, working under our horticulture agent, Miss Ashley Grubbs, and then also Miss Gina Daniels, our life skills agent. And we proposed and we started during my internship, the Wing Wonders curriculum, where we entered Sandy Grove Elementary to supply them with the larvae, habitats, and educational material. Master gardeners of Hope County have gone in and helped facilitate lessons and material for the life cycle curriculum that the second grade teachers teach. And next year, I hope to roll it out to a countywide project for all of the second graders in Hope County. And we're having our release ceremony on Tuesday, May 26th. Yes, May 26th, and y'all are invited to attend. I would love to have y'all there, and that's just what I would like to speak about. That's it.
Can we ask what the ceremony is on the 26th? What is that event?
Yes, it's at Sandy Grove Elementary. It'll just be a release ceremony. It's just ceremony of them now that all their caterpillars are currently in the chrysalis stage. By then, they should all be fully emerged, and there's just going to be a ceremony where we get together and kind of reflect on the whole process of metamorphosis and the life cycle.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What time is that?
We have not have an official time yet because it'll just be getting done with the EOGs. And once Ms. Jacob Daniels lets me know, then I'll reflect with y'all.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, and next we have Michael Janasek.
Oh, you said it perfect.
I used to be a teacher.
All right, yes, ma'am. I don't think I'll be able to like say my thing. It's my first time talking like back and forth. You can answer questions. I was looking to find out information how to file a formal complaint against East Hope Middle School Administration, Ms. McGill specifically, by default, Dr. Rich, regarding a sixth grade teacher named Ms. Oye. Ms. McGill is fully aware. I feel I've exhausted all the guardian principle. So I'd like to take it a step further. I was told North Carolina Board of Education, but I felt superintendent is probably first. So if I can meet with somebody to discuss that, because I'd like to do a full formal complaint on East Hope and administrator.
That'll start with me, and we don't mention names here, we just.
Yes, sir, sorry. Okay. So I can just contact your office? Thanks, sir.
You'll ask for Marcia Carroll.
Okay, yes, sir.
Okay, is that it? All right, all right, next item on the agenda is the consent agenda. Ask the question that we approve all or one at a time?
We do one at a time.
Okay, the first item is minutes for April 14, 2026. Can I get a motion on that?
I make a motion that we approve the minutes for April 14th.
Second.
Okay, those in favor say aye. Aye. Those against? Okay, ayes have it. Passes. Second item is the minutes for the April 2026.
I move to approve the April 20th minutes.
Second.
Okay, those in favor say aye. Aye. Those against? Okay, passes. Item number 3, school board policy first read.
I make a motion that we pass the school board policy first read.
Those in favor say aye. Aye.
I'll second that.
My apologies. Proceed on. Who said second?
Ms. Blue.
Okay. Those in favor say aye. Aye. Those against? Okay, the ayes have it. The next item is the information item. The first sub item is Leandro. I don't know what you call it now, case, information.
And this is short, just, I was listening to we had a conference call, me and Dr. Ramshaw. This is not over. There's still some avenues that our lawyers want to cross. They talked about that a little bit. They're gonna share more with us in a later date. There's some other avenues that they can attack this from. So I just wanted the board to know that we haven't dropped it and we're still working on it. And it's not over.
Okay.
Anything else, Dr. Ramshaw?
Do we have any questions from my colleagues? Okay, well, I have a question regarding this topic. since we're trying to lead the way on this topic, are we coordinating with the other school districts that were also affected?
Yes, they want the call too.
Okay, because the more power we have. Okay.
All of us were on the call. We had the same attorney.
Good, good. Our next item is the driver's education update.
Good evening. Tonight I'll provide an update regarding our driver's education within Hope County Schools and just basically an update to our process so far. Next slide, please. Beginning, I think it was the fall of 25-26 school year and the summer of 25-26, registration operated using an age proprietary model, meaning that the oldest students would be served first or provided the opportunity to participate in driver's ed beginning with age 17 and then working our way down to age 14 and a half. During the contract that we entered into with the NC Driving School, we also discussed maintaining at least a 35 maximum number of students in an instructional classroom. But those classes also consist of 30 hours of classroom instruction and 6 hours of behind the wheel training. Students were allowed to miss no more than 3 hours, three instructional hours of the face-to-face class. After they missed the 3 hours of the face-to-face class, they kind of fell behind, so that's essentially 1 day or 1.5 days of the instructional class. Although the classes could hold up to 35 students, during the fall, we averaged only approximately 14.75, or if you want to round that up, that's 15 students per class. So that was roughly half of the 35 students that we anticipated, or our goal of 35 students. There were several contributing factors that were identified that caused this decrease. Many older students opted to wait until they were age of 18 and they no longer had to take driver's education in order to get their driver's license. Students also experienced conflicts with extracurricular activities such as athletics, employment, and other commitments. But as a result, instructional capacity was not being maximized despite a continued demand for driver's education services with our students at Hope County High School and San Hope Early College. Next slide, please. Beginning January 1, 2026, the district refined its registration procedures, and essentially we reverted back to the way that we were doing it prior to the summer and fall of last year, which was a first come, first served basis to our registration. During this process, we prioritized Hope County High School students first and San Hope Early College students first, so essentially the students that was registered with us as full-time students. And then after that, we took into consideration the students that may be living within the community of Hope County, meaning that they could be a homeschool student or a charter school student. We also implemented additional flexibility so that if a student was age 17 and were not able to register in a timely process, as long as they let us know, we worked with that family to get them into the class regardless if they were at 35 capacity or not. So we could have pushed it up to 37, 38 as an example. The district also reviewed guidance and observations from NCDPI. Mr. Carl Logan is the contact person at NCDPI just to talk about a strategy on how to increase our numbers. And this was the model that he also recommended, was utilize first come, first serve, or working with the students who were the youngest first and then working our way up. So age 14 and a half and going up to age 17. And so our refined process that we implemented on January 1 better aligns with the recommendation made by NCDPI and what they've seen success with. Since implementing these refined practices, our enrollment number in driver's education courses have increased, and you can see the count there on the right-hand side. During the month of January, we had 33 students. During March, we had 28, and that's an average of 30.5 students per class in those 2 months. Next slide, please. So here's a proposal that, beginning July 1, 2026, that we implement a parent-student driver's education agreement, which is basically recommending or asking the parents that when a student enrolls into this class, that they are committed to completing the class. And we're gonna get into some reasons why about that. But also to go along with that, there's a recommendation, or we are presenting a recommendation to begin to charge students up to $65 who do not complete the class, but also to implement that $65 fee for those students that are not full-time enrolled students with Polk County schools. So that would be for a homeschool student, charter school student, etc. And the driver's education seats are going to continue to remain at a capacity of 35 students per class. And when students register but fail to participate or complete the course, essentially what that means is that our students, the students who want to be in that class, are missing out. They're not able to participate, and sometimes they're having to wait 1 or 2 more months before they actually are registered into the class. But this proposal helps reinforce that enrollment represents a commitment rather than a placeholder. The proposal also encourages students and families to take attendance and participation seriously, continuing to miss up to 3 hours only, so that would be 1 class period. It establishes clear expectations while promoting responsibility and commitment to the driver's education course. So next slide, please. The proposal is also designed to improve overall program efficiency by reducing no-shows and late withdrawals. Our goal is to keep classes at a 35 number or higher. That way we're getting more students into the class, continuing to complete the class, and then getting into the driver portion of the class. The district's goal is to maximize opportunity for our students, and the goal here is that increased accountability will help ensure that our classes remain full. Proposed collective funds will be used to support items that cannot be currently spent on materials that are not allotted or in the allotted budget by NCDCI. Such examples could include additional storage space, some security, technology upgrades, such as any type of software that may need to be purchased and provided to students. And these type of expenditures can be necessary for maintaining and expanding a safe and effective driver's education program. And next slide, please. And thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Hunt. So how did we, I was having a conversation, because I got an email from a parent that, if you recall, last year we agreed, because one of the big things that we were dealing with was that seniors were not being able to get in the program because first come, first serve, and it's a very competitive click process. And so I had a parent that reached out to me, and so I inquired to Dr. Hunt, at which time I was informed that there were students sort of committing, but then other things that were more important to them, they decided not to show up, whatever it might be, sports, part-time jobs, whatever. So I asked, along with through Dr. Spells, that we do some research to see if we can have the parents commit, because we are committed, the board's committed to make sure that these students get this training if they desire. So along with us committing to them, they also have to commit to us. And so once they sign, if they fall off, for whatever reason, short of family matters, so we're talking about part-time jobs, sports, and so on, then they're gonna have to pay the money back, because we're paying for this and it's free for them. And I think it's very unfair to the district that we're providing the service for free, and it's just pretty much it's not regarded as an important thing. So this is why I asked Dr. Spells, I asked Dr. Spells I wanted this to be brought, so in case any of my colleagues got emails, we know where we are. But having said that, that does not mean that for the seniors, that does not mean that they cannot get in. It's once they notified the high school, they know that they're supposed to, move those people, also to the front. So this first comes, first served. However, if somebody misses it and they commit to it, they can still get into the program. Okay, so you can just pass the word out, that way you're informed and you know, how we're gonna be doing this. Okay?
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Upon the proposal where it says require a fee up to $65, how did you come up with?
Through DPI. DPI does state that that's the maximum amount that could be charged.
Okay.
So not to exceed $65.
Okay.
So Dr. Hunt, what's 14 and a half?
Age 14 and a half?
Yeah.
Yeah, so age 14 and 6 months. That's the DPI's requirements for the state legislative requirements that a student has to be minimum 14 and a half in order to take driver's ed. So that way, when they turn 15, if they've completed the class and they got their driver's hours in, then they can go straight to DMV with their DEQ and get that their permit for driving.
Learner's permit.
Okay, I mean, we used to be 15 for us.
That's it.
Right?
We're learning already. Any more questions? All right, moving right along to, the next item, surplus property disposal.
All right, good evening again. So this presentation is going to be presenting a request regarding the disposal of surplus district and transportation vehicles that are no longer operational. Okay, we're on slide 2. Now, also, I wanted to mention that we do have Mr. Heath here with us, the Director of Transportation, as well as Mr. Manners, the Director of Maintenance, in case you have any questions that I might not be able to answer, because these vehicles do relate to those two departments. All right, so we have identified several county-owned vehicles that are no longer necessary or desirable for school purposes. These include both district operational vehicles and transportation buses. Many of the district vehicles have exceeded their useful life, have significant mechanical or body issues, are unreliable, and are no longer operational. Continuing to maintain or store these vehicles no longer represent efficient use of district resources. For transportation, there are several buses that are going to be identified in this request that also meet that same criteria. And you will be able to see some pictures so that you can see parts that have actually been salvaged off of those buses and reused on other buses, which is okay to do as long as they're not severely damaged, so that we can continue to have an operational fleet. But so salvaging those unusable components salvaging those usable components has allowed transportation to maximize their resources as well. But removing the surplus vehicles also helps free up valuable storage spaces and parking spaces, improve organization and safety within the maintenance and transportation areas, and reduce the unnecessary liability and upkeep associated with unused vehicles. Next slide, please. This slide identifies the district vehicles being recommended for surplus disposal. These vehicles have served the district for many years, and they were good in their prime, but they're not in their prime anymore. So several of these vehicles date back to the 1990s and early 2000s, and basically what you see up here is our district identification 4-digit code, the make and model of the vehicles, the year of the vehicles, as well as the VIN number of the vehicles. And surplus in these vehicles reflect the responsible asset management and allows the district to focus on the resources on maintaining safe and dependable operational equipment. Next slide, please.
Chad, what's the 8003 Dodge van? What year is that?
Go back. I'll pull that.
1897.
No, she's talking about. I'll go back and
at the top.
get that one. Okay. Same thing for the 7032.
Probably close to whatever 804 is.
So the issue with some of these is that we didn't have the what's the card I'm thinking of? The owner card. The title. There we go. Thank you. Some of these we don't have the title because we've had these for so long and they've been shuffled and lost in translation somewhere. Which is why I didn't have that year on there or the VIN number. But we do have, I'd say at least 75% of those, types. So with the bus conditions, multiple buses have experienced catastrophic engine failures and are beyond repair. Some buses have had valuable components removed to support the operational needs. And in some cases, buses have significantly exceeded their service life and they're no longer functional. Before recommending disposal, transportation evaluated whether the viable parts could be used and repurposed, and those parts that could be have been reused. So next slide, please. This slide identifies bus number 8079. While it is obsolete, it does not meet the DPI requirements anymore for buses to transport students. It is functioning, so therefore there is a request to sell this one instead of scrapping it. So next slide, please. So each of the board members have access to these two links. They have been shared with you, so if you click on the links, it'll open up a Google Drive so you can see all of the maintenance vehicles or other department vehicles, as well as the transportation buses. So feel free to look at those whenever you get the chance. But the recommendation for all of the other buses as well as those vehicles is to go over to OmniSource, which is right across the road, to scrap those vehicles. We have had some community members offer to buy them for a set price, which was very low. And during those conversations, they said that they're going to do the same thing, which is take them across and scrap them. So we feel like that would be the maximum bang for the buck on that, is to, I think it's like $8 per X amount of pounds, and they'll write a check to the school system, and we can put those back into our budget.
Okay.
And next slide, and that'll be it.
All right.
Thank you.
No questions? Thank you, Dr. Hunt.
Thank you.
Next item is the alternative accountability model 2026-2027.
Good evening. I'd like to share information with you tonight regarding the Alternative Schools Modified Accountability Model. The participation options selected for the model must be determined and approved by the local board each year. The model is designed for schools that often get students mid-year, have high turnover, and serve higher youth populations. If alternative schools are evaluated without the modified model, they could appear as if they were failing. The modified model allows them to be judged more fairly based on impacts and interventions, not just outcomes. Next slide, please. The school that we're talking about, of course, is Turlington Alternative School. And the modified model provides a supplement to the school performance grade. It does not in any way substitute the Every Student Succeeds Act requirements. Depending on the option that is selected by the school board, the school will still have an ESPG calculated and used when there are sufficient data for federal identifications. The SPG, or school performance grade, is used to identify schools for comprehensive support or targeted support and improvement as defined by ESSA. And the designation of performance will be displayed on the North Carolina School Report Card, and SPGs will not be used to determine low performing district status. The school report card will say no SPG available. The school is approved for alternate accountability model. And as stated before, the local board of education must approve the selected option, and we have to turn that into DPI's Office of Accountability and Testing prior to August 1st, 2026. Next slide, please. This slide looks at the options that are available. Option A is that schools participate in the traditional school performance grade as defined by General Statute 115C 83.1. Keep in mind that with the traditional model, that schools would appear to be failing and would be used in determining the low performance district status. For option B, schools participate by calculating an overall score using student persistence of 20%, which is the percent of alternative school students who remain enrolled in any North Carolina public school through the year, a school achievement of 20%, which is of course EOG, EOC, ACT, ACT work cap, work keys and math course rigor data. And they use 3 years of data to determine that number because the enrollment is smaller at the alternative schools. A growth of 60%, which is calculated by SAS EVOS. And then they get a rating that is based on the change rate comparing the previous year to the current year. If there is a change rate greater than 3, the school is rated as progressing. If there is a change rate between negative 2.9 to positive 2.9, then the school is rated as maintaining. And if a school has a change rate of greater than negative 3, they are rated as declining. And option C is that the public school unit proposes modifications for approval by the State Board of Education. Next slide, please. In addition to choosing an option, the board must choose which insufficient data option that they would like to use under ESSA. There are 2 options for calculation of the SPG using current year data. One is to return scores. In this instance, all data is returned to the home-based schools, and the alternative school is assigned the SPG of the school where the highest percentages of students are sent back. Keep in mind that if these scores are lower, they could negatively impact home schools as well. And then 3 years, which is where the 3 years of data is used to calculate the growth for the alternative school, that is the 60% of option B. And the following slide. This takes a look at Turlington Alternative School. We have been using option B since 2018-19. This is the last 5 years of data that are available. If you will notice, you will see that 60% for the last 5 years, 60% of the years, Turlington has been successful in maintaining or progressing with model option B. And in 24-25, Turlington's success is demonstrated in the fact that they were one of only 18% of alternative schools in North Carolina to receive a progressing status. If you'll look, the last slide, please. The proposed recommendation for 26-27 for Turlington Alternative School is that we continue on the alternate accountability option of option B and the insufficient data option for 3 years worth of data. Next slide.
Anybody have any questions?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, next item is the Hope County Schools Sand Hills Community College Memorandum of Understanding.
Good evening.
Good evening.
All right, so the memorandum of understanding is being brought forward as an information item related to that partnership. And we've already looked at this as a board. We're bringing this back because we received some additional guidance from DPI. We were informed that there are a few clerical edits that were needed to align the MOU with some additional current requirements, which are new requirements from DPI. They now require that the agreement be completed annually. So the document needs to be adjusted to remove language that suggested a multi-year term. So if you look at where it says partnership agreement, the edit is limited to removing the phrase to run through June 30, 2028. And then there's one additional space below under the agreement section. It says to be reviewed annually, as I believe it says, as necessary. And if we strike as necessary. So those are the two edits that need to be made. These changes clarify the MOU, will be reviewed and completed annually if we take those two phrases out, which is required by DPI. There's no substantive changes to the purpose of the partnership. The scope of work or our intent when we initially looked at it. This is simply to ensure that our agreement language is in line with DPI. And so at this time, we're just sharing that is information. We've been in contact with the representative from Sand Hills Community College, and they are in agreement as well. So we just wanted to make sure that you are aware that those are the changes that we made.
Can you go to page 1? The dates are gonna change?
Just to run through, so it was revised on July 1, 2025.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Any questions? Okay. All right, moving to the next item is the EC contracts.
Good evening, Mr. Chair, Vice Chair, Dr. Spells, and board members. I'm here to present the EC contracts for review for the 26-27 school year.
And these are just renewal contracts.
Okay.
That's it, no changes.
Okay.
Just renewal. Thank you.
Anybody got any questions? No? Okay. All right, the next item is the vacancy report.
Good evening. I'm here to present the vacancy report for May 2026. As you can see, our certified vacancies as of May 7th, we're sitting at 53 vacancies. And in our classified, we're sitting at 23 for a total of 76 vacancies. Hopefully after tonight, that we'll be down to 65. So those are our current vacancies.
Any questions? All right, the next item, topic of the action items. The first one is the summer leadership conference. Can I get a motion to approve this?
Chairman, I make a motion to approve the summer leadership conference.
Second.
Okay, those in favor say aye. Aye. Okay, those against? Okay, it passes. Second item is the child nutrition bid list. Can I get a motion?
I make a motion to accept those child nutrition bids.
Second.
Those in favor say aye. Aye. Those against? Okay, passes. The third item is the state teacher compensation PRC 071. Can I get a motion?
Just to clarify, there's no change from, that agreement from the last month, right? Correct? Were there any changes?
Is that correct? Cause we got this presented. I mean, I can't answer the question because I don't remember.
Just that's the amount that we're paying?
Yes, there's no changes to what we went over last month, is that correct?
Right, there's no changes.
Thank you. I make a motion to approve the state teacher compensation.
Okay, those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against? Okay, it passes. Item 4 is reading horizons. Can I get a motion?
I make a motion to approve Reading Horizon.
Second.
Okay, those in favor say aye. Aye. Those against? Okay, it passes. Item 5, technology RFPs for new high school building.
I make a motion to approve the technology RFPs for the high school building.
Second.
Those in favor say aye. Aye. Those in favor say aye. Aye. Okay, it passes. All right, I don't have a functioning computer. Can I get a motion to go into closed session?
Chairman Cassalon,
Yes,
I
ma'am.
make a motion that we go into closed session under the North Carolina General Statute 143, 318, 11A 1, 3, and 6 to prevent the disclosure of confidential personnel and student matters, to consider matters relating to initial employment of individual employees, and to consult with board's attorney to preserve the attorney-client privilege.
A second.
All right, those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against? Okay. All right, we'll take a 5-minute break.